Hello everyone, my name is Gracie and welcome to another Nine Kings video. So I'm just trying to show off all of the different kings as well as just sort of have some fun with it. Sort of show off maybe, what the primary strategies are of each of the kings. I would say there's 2 or 3 for each one. And then of course it kind of matters what other kings you fight and get their cards. So looks like I did, let's see, I've done... For YouTube so far, I've done nothing, nature, greed, blood, spells, greed again. So we need to do stone and progress, it looks like. So let's start with the King of Stone. Stone is interesting because he only has a single unit. I'm sorry, there's actually 2, but one of them is kind of not really a unit. You'll see how it works. So he has a lot of like buildings. So we've got a quarry and like walls, and then like a stronghold is really strong. It summons towers instead of like actually attacking on its own. A trebuchet that fires boulders. So it's a pretty good one. We'll play on Baron because if I play on Count, I'll probably lose. Count is where it gets pretty tough. I have some perks. I start with completely random tower cards. My stronghold starts with +1 level, and my towers deal more damage. So I just have a few different perks in there. So let's go on into the King of Stone. I'll kind of show you all the cool stuff that this guy can do. So our enemies are spells, which will give us enchantments, and blood, which will give us like sacrifice and cemeteries and stuff. So I would say off the top of my head, those don't really do a whole lot together with stone, but I could be mistaken. So let's summon our stronghold. I'll just slap it in this corner over here. So we have an earthworks right away. We have manglers. We have 2 of them, but the problem with this is we don't make a lot of units to sacrifice into this, though it would get very strong and then get buffed this way. That'd be interesting to try that, but we're fighting blood, and I guess we could try to pick up a bunch of crappy like imps or something to sacrifice into the mangler. So that's something we could potentially try. Maybe we could get... let's give it a try. I can put the tower out, and it won't start doing anything until there's actually units around. So let's go ahead and put out... let's put out the quarry, which will start buffing the base. Let's put out the mangler. And then I think I'm going to earthworks that back into my hand to make more space. And then I think I might put the mangler... I might want to put it somewhere where it can get buffed, although we're not fighting anyone that's going to give me a buff to that. So I will go ahead and throw it over here in the corner. So it's not going to be able to sacrifice units to get stronger at this time, but eventually it will. Hopefully. We'll see. I could be dooming myself to a loss here. But the stronghold's pretty cool because it makes these towers that stay on the battlefield for the whole fight. And they just shoot. It's really cool. Offering is destroy target plot to receive 3 random tome cards. I think I'll pick up this wizard, and I think I'll actually put out a second mangler, and then whatever I put in this slot will be rapidly gobbled up by the manglers, while the quarry is buffing a percentage of that damage. So even though these won't get strong super fast because I don't have anything to sacrifice yet, they're still getting percentage buffs. They're really bad right now. They did just get some fixes. The developers are really... They push out patches quick. It's really nice. So let's go ahead and throw some sacrificial wizards in there to get eaten up by the mangler towers, which are currently doing, plus... So now when they start getting percent bonuses from the quarry, it'll be percentage of this new total. So it should go up rather quickly. We're just going to run out of units a bunch of times. And we're not going to have access to farms because we're not fighting the King of Nothing. At least not yet. Bombers aren't too bad. I'm going to grab that just so I have a unit. Increase the attack speed of your towers by 50%. We'll do that. We'll go ahead and buff the stronghold up. Stronghold level 3 summons pretty good towers. And it's getting buffs from this quarry all the time. So these guys are actually starting to kill things. 5.21 damage, and they are attacking a little over every 2 seconds, which is nice. I don't want to earthworks them anymore, but I could earthworks this quarry. Get some more space over there. Throw the quarry out on the side. We're going to start struggling here. We have very few actual units to block, so these guys are just going to kind of walk to the base. But hopefully the stronghold will put out enough towers. Mangler's doing work. Another wizard. I'm going to grab that because we need more units to sacrifice to the Mangler. Cards on illuminated plots will level up in the year of the prophecy. Okay. Well, we could actually have ballistas. Ballistas are pretty good because their bolts pierce through everything. We could slap them out, and I'll have to level up this wizard before it disappears. I wonder if it's better to level the wizard or just let him die off. I don't actually know the answer to that. Wallmaker. Yeah, let's find out. So there, when I played him, I think we got 9. Oh, we did get 9 more. Okay, so it's fine to level them up. They're just slightly stronger before they get killed all the way. Never played this way before, by the way. I'm playing as stone, but my main strategy is blood-eating spells units. This game is so fun. This is the kind of thing I love about this game, is that it just makes weird stuff happen every fight. Every game is so weird. Weird and different. So there's a warlock card to sacrifice. The spire could be used. I know it heals walls now. We could put the nothing out, because if we can get a good leveled up unit and a farm next to it, we'll be in good shape. So let's go ahead and slap out the wall. That'll give us a little bit of a barrier, 600 health, once they get past these units. While these 3 can keep mangling them. So we're doing fair damage, because they do AoE, and their damage value goes up rather quickly. Especially with this multiplicative thing. There's another Mangler. So the thing is... I do need to level up these Manglers. They eat more units the more there are, the higher the level the Mangler. So this is eating 2 units now. So we need constant source of units to fuel the Mangler. I'm the bad guy. Okay, so they're gonna get through all these units for sure. Hopefully they can't bust down these walls too fast. There's a lot of towers out here shooting back and forth. Little mini towers. How much damage are they doing? 10. Well, that's not bad. Oh, here's a farm. Okay, so now the question is... I think we let this wizard die off and replace it with something. Let's buy these things. So this is going to die off this turn. Now, in the year of the prophecy, these 3 plots level. So I think I'll put a level up a ballista. I might put a spire here, and then I'll put the farm here, and then those 3 will all level, putting the ballista 3, the farm, and the spire to 2. So let's do that right now. This will be gone. We'll replace it with these bombers next round. Oh, I have to play something else. I guess I kind of have to put this here. Oh, that one made a wizard before this tower ate it. Didn't really want that to happen. I was kind of hoping it would kill them first, but oh well. So they have their own ballistas. These are very dangerous enemies sometimes because the bolts will go try to hit your units and they'll pierce through, hit the wall, and break the wall before the battle's even really gotten going. Trappers are not helpful here. I do not like these choices. I don't really want a cauldron, but I think I'm gonna grab it because I don't have it. I don't want to play these bombers yet. Okay, so now that these guys are gone, I can start putting new units there. This ballista's facing backwards. That's been a bug for a couple of patches now, at least. I've been noticing some percentage of your ballistas in the top left of the group will be facing backwards. It's pretty cute. Mangle them. Paladins, steel coats, archers. Archers wouldn't be too bad. I think I'll get the steel coat for the ballista. Oh, we can expand. I might put there. I might be able to get a buff building, either a beacon or something for them. So let's go ahead and start putting units in there. If the farm buff gives them units, that's great. Otherwise, I'm happy with it to giving them to the ballistas. It's kind of random, but the ballistas are my only like combat unit, really. I like the cauldron on the ballistas because they pierce and they can apply poison. See how these little blue numbers are poison? Because they pierced and hit a whole bunch of enemies with poison. I guess that might work well with this, too. I didn't think about that. I assume it applies, but it may not. Mangled. There's another spire. Let's upgrade this before it eats them all. So this mangler's up to 34 damage, and it's in a little AoE, so that's pretty good. What I do need, though, is for them to be slightly more staggered in their attack speed, because they tend to try to target the same area, which is not super helpful. Oh, my friend found out that the, now this, as of today, this has been patched out, but before that, if you had a spire and no units, the spire would heal the walls. But if you had any units at all, the spire would not heal the walls. And I don't mean like until they died. I mean, if you had them out at all, they wouldn't heal. But that's been fixed. The spire will now properly heal walls. I assume it saves that for last, but I don't know, actually. I have a trebuchet, which wouldn't be terrible. It just hasn't gotten buffed yet. I might grab it. Strongholds can build towers twice as fast, or your buildings apply their effects one more time. Would this one eat units twice as fast? Let's find out. If it does, I'm going to run out of units real fast. And then we will trebuchet here so it can start getting buffed. I'll put it here. Yeah, it looks like it does apply poison. I wasn't watching. How many times did these eat? But at least the farm, the quarry were going twice. Ooh, it's a lot of units at the walls. Heal! Heal the walls! Okay, they're dying to poison. We're all good. Mangler. Okay, so we're out of units there, so we gotta get another unit to put there for the mangler to eat. This is really silly. This one's up to 50 damage in an AoE. So they do the damage while everything else is, these ones are poisoning, which is quite nice. If I get another cauldron, I might put it here or here. Oh, we lost our walls. Go, go, go. Alright, we're safe. We're safe. Wild card. There we go. Free level ups. We like to see it. Let's steel coat this one. I think them skipping one hit is good. Ooh, that's a lot of bad guys. Okay, please poison them. Oh, look at those pierces. Ooh, that's good. That went really well, actually. I didn't get a unit. I could roll. I just need anything that can be there. Let's just throw an imp in there so we have something to sacrifice to the manglers. Eat the imps. It's kind of cool. At a certain point, I guess we could even stop feeding units to it, because it will have such a large amount of damage that the +2 damage from eating a unit won't be as important as the quarry buff to it. That'll probably be a long time, but it's very possible that that could happen. We could just put a buff building there to buff the manglers, like attack speed or a blacksmith or something, if we find one. I found a blacksmith. Ooh, I think I'll put it here. Because I'm tempted to buff the towers that this thing builds, but I didn't take a perk for it. Attack speed of your towers, building... Yeah, I think this is it, because it's gonna... Yeah, look at all that. That's awesome. Okay. So we're going big mangler. 70 damage, 50 damage AoEs. Yeah, they're on the same attack speed schedule, which I wish they weren't. Well, we could slap out a flame tower. I think it just got... something just got changed about it, but let's get the Tres bucket here. Ooh, expansion time. Well, wouldn't mind putting more buffs next to these guys if we get a hold of one. Maybe by the... probably by the cauldron. So let's... you're level 3, right? Yeah. So let's up the Tres bucket here. Trebuchet attacks more times for each, it shoots extra projectiles for each construction. So it should be shooting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It should be shooting 10 projectiles. It's extremely hard to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't tell. I don't know if it counts itself, but yeah, it can be pretty useful. These ballistas are facing backwards, like I told you about. Now there's 2 of them. Soon there will be 3. Well, a wild card is always better. Unless you want to put it in a new spot. I guess I could have blacksmith there, but I'm happy with buffing these manglers. They need units to eat, though. But I guess their damage is going up still from the quarry and the blacksmith. There, so they all got pierced by these crossbow bolts, so they're all taking these little bits of poison damage. I think there's only like 3 of these guys at the beginning, so I'm not going to do that. Let's take the Tres bucket here. Traps now cause double damage. Nope. Damaging range of area attacks. Let's take it. The mangler attack will be larger now. Could be good. Let's see it. Let's see if this is a good idea. I've never tried this on the manglers. Oh yeah, it's pretty big. That's a much bigger AoE. That could really help. There's some units, finally. Oh, we're gonna eat them all up. Oh, wait, they added some. Hell yeah. 2 bombers. Damn, I keep fighting these enemy ballista. They're wrecking everything. Trapper, Cauldron, Earthworks. It's just extra stacks. I'm surprised they haven't changed how that works yet, but, you know, I don't know. Make peace with an enemy king. Well, I'm thinking spells seems like the least useful one I'm fighting. Now, Spire's not doing a lot of healing. It looks like the amount of damage they deal to units is typically so quick that the tower doesn't really react before they die, unfortunately. But the walls are holding, doing okay. We could put soldiers here. There we go. Eat the soldiers. So the damage is quite high on these. Stupid enemy ballistas. Trapper Quarry would be good. Okay, here we go. So we can clone a card. I might put an extra farm here. Destroy target plot, receive gold. Reinforce, get damage whenever any plot, or combustion. This is pretty good on ballistas because they tend to hit fairly hard. So we could do that. If I roll, I won't be able to afford anything, so there's no reason to do that. Okay, let's clone the farm. Let's put a farm here just for mangler units. And then we want to... We do need to level up the manglers, but we have to make sure we're producing enough units for them to eat. So let's combustion those guys and quarry, I think. Yeah, so they're making a fair few units, but I don't think it's ever going to keep up. But at least they're, you know, they're up to 127 and 177 with a larger AoE. I just wish they would attack different targets. It's unfortunate. But at least whatever they hit it dies. It's not going to survive. My ballistas are living through the fight. Look at that. Scout Tower would have been good earlier, but it's probably a little late to start building Scout Tower stuff. I think I'm just going to level up this farm. Oh, they're going to eat all these guys. Uh-oh. They're gone. Oh, no. There's nothing to add to. Whoops. So I need another, like, imp card or something with a lot of models in it. Another soldier would work at this point, but oh well, too late. Trying new stuff is the best part of this game. One of the best parts. The other part is how cute it is. Okay, I don't have anything to put there. Damn it. Trez Bucket is level 3. Quarry is not level 3. We'll get another spot. Well. I think here. Wild card. If I leveled, let's do the quarry. I think it's a lot of damage buffs going on these manglers every turn. Yeah, see, 2% of this amount, like 1% is 2.4 damage. So the 2% buff from the quarry is now greater than the amount of damage it gains by eating units. Not that we shouldn't continue to eat units, but you can see how once it becomes a percent thing of a larger number, it's like really good. Here we go, imps. Here we go. Now we're gonna really pop off here. Should be able to keep that amount of imps going, I think. Ballista fight. Bigger walls. Strongholds can build every time enemies attack your units. The attack of all your units and towers. Let's go with that. We really have a good thing going with our offense here. There we go. Now we've got enough imps to eat. Mangle. See, this one didn't do damage because they hit the same spot. I really thought trying to buff 2 manglers up from an early stage would be a better idea, but maybe it's just not going to work because of their targeting, unless we get one of their attack speeds higher with a beacon and one of them not, so that they attack different things. That might be the only way. Not sure. It's wild card. Well, we could wild card the manglers, but then there won't be enough imps. But I think we do it because that's clearly a high source of damage. So that's going to eat 3 imps, 4 imps, because of the once more time. Yeah, we're going to run out of imps. But look how high the damage is. Whew, that's a lot of little bloodlets. Shopping time. Demon's Altar. Well, it's a little late for that. Sacrifice to level up adjacent plots. There's an argument to be made that I could plop some stuff down. I don't really need these other things. The cemetery? I mean, I guess all of these ballistas could become more little guys to get in the way. If they do get killed, I mean, I guess that's probably better than nothing. There's a mangler, which we do need to upgrade. I don't know what leveling the cemetery does. I think it levels the stats of the imp, but I don't find that particularly helpful. We could get another cauldron just to have it. So let's put the cemetery, we'll do that last. Wallmaker, in case of emergency, mangler. These are really buffed. Okay. This seems to be working. Do be aware if you decide to go endless. A lot of things that work up to stage 34 or 33 don't work after that. Like, the game gets too difficult after that point for some strategies to work. Just be aware. So I could up the farm. I think I will. Seems to be important to my strategy. Yeah, I'm losing 8 imps per turn, but I'm only getting up to 8 imps per turn added back in there. So I'm definitely going to run out, but it's okay. We're at the end here. Ooh, that's a lot of guys. Oh my god, who's the final boss going to be? Blood is a very easy final champion, but the actual army they bring can quickly get to your stuff and break it down. That's the biggest problem with them. Stone, they'll do sort of consistent damage, and if it's who's the other one we're fighting? If it's nothing, I think he throws boulders. He's not really that complicated. We must play all of our... Oh, this King of Blood. Okay, you'll see. The King of Blood himself, once he's reduced to just the champion, he's not that good. There we go. Alright, that's a pretty good final group here. Running out of imps. There's a lot of bad guys in there, but these piercing bolts should really clear some of these things out, I hope. So this guy doesn't attack, he just summons more imps. So once he's down to like no units left and it's just him, as soon as he spawns the imps, all your towers and stuff just kill it. Mangle him. 15k damage on that mangler. That's not bad. We might be... Let's speed this up a little bit. This is going to take a while. But I'm also summoning more and more of these towers. Like, there's probably a huge pile of them right in here. So the speed that he loses health should be getting faster and faster and faster, which is funny. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Our kingdom has thrived. So I'm going to start another run. And even though that one, like this one would not hold up, I am almost positive. But I like to finish the run so I can go and show you guys other characters, as well as get the perk points and stuff, which is really fun. So back to king selection. So I have played, so I did nothing. I unlocked nature and showed you guys that. I did a couple greeds, and then I went back to it later. I did blood. I did spells. Yeah, so it's just progress I get to show you guys. Maybe we can pull off a rat run. You'll see what I'm talking about. So I hope you enjoyed this little showcase on the King of Stone. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like and subscribe. Just check the links below for my Patreon or the playlist if there's any particular king you wanted to see me show off. There's a tutorial episode, of course, at the very beginning. And I will see everybody in the next episode. Thank you again for watching.